This is Oklahoma's own News 9.
Well, Ukrainians are in their fourth day of fighting against the Russian invasion. The U.S. predicts as many as 5 million Ukrainians could be forced to flee. Well, joining us now is Makita and Victor. Thank you guys so much. You guys both have different backgrounds. Makita, your family is in Belarus, and Victor, you were adopted from Ukraine. So I know you want to talk briefly about your family and friends in Belarus. They're not getting much information.
No, they're not getting much information. They're getting the information that the state and the government wants them to see. Yeah. And whenever they hear about the atrocities that are happening, whether it's on social media or whether it's from us talking to them, they are just as appalled and outraged as the rest of us. And so that's why you are seeing these demonstrations on the streets in Russia. Is when people are finding out that their government is doing stuff like this, they don't like it and they won't stand for it.
Yeah. And Victor, we mentioned you were adopted, but you have friends in Ukraine?
Yes, ma'am, I do.
And what are you hearing from them?
Well, recently last night, or morning their time, I was talking to a friend in actually one of the combat zones, and he's a student at a university, and he's hearing bombings, and his main fear is trying to get out. He's trying to get to Poland, trying to get to refugee, and so it's very scary to hear that.
Yeah. And how hard is that? Are you hearing from people? How hard is it to escape the country now?
It's very hard. I mean, people line up on the border of Poland, any of the neighboring countries, for hours, days. I mean, people are even giving up, stopping their cars and walking themselves, so.
Yeah. And we interviewed you actually earlier this week. You helped translate. You're part of a Ukrainian church. How is the community here feeling, and how are you guys feeling as you kind of see all of this unfold?
The community is definitely is ready for action, ready for this all to be over. Yeah. We've been praying. We've been working our hardest to make sure that there is awareness as to what is happening in Ukraine, and we just want all of this to stop, however possible. So we had a demonstration yesterday, and we're doing our hardest to do whatever we can from here.
Yeah. And how big is the Ukrainian community here in Oklahoma City, and how much of a support system are you guys for each other?
Our Ukrainian community is surprisingly large. We have roots in the state of Oklahoma, in the Hara and Jones community especially. But we may be not as large as some of the other communities, but we give a lot of support to each other, and support even across Slavic lines. So people from Belarus, people from Ukraine, people from Russia, at least here, we're all just so happy to see each other. That's why it breaks all of our hearts to see what is happening overseas. Yeah.
And what would you tell Americans about everything that's going on, or maybe you guys know ways that they could help or support you guys here?
I would say stay informed. I mean, know what the truth is, always keep up to date, and reach out. Always reach out to your friends. If you know, hey, I have a friend from Ukraine, text them, because I've been having a lot of texts. I'm sure my friend here, people texting every day going, are you okay? Even a simple text like that can help someone.
Can mean a lot, yeah.
And to also keep in mind that this won't be over when the bombs stop dropping. Yeah. That this will be a long process, and that we need to still pay attention to what is happening in Ukraine and in the Russian community as well.
Yeah. Well, thank you guys so much for coming on. We really appreciate it, and I'm sure we'll be praying for you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.